Hello, Karen, and welcome to, let's see, this is being published on March 10th, and we only ended our last episode less than 45 seconds ago. And friends, this is our first part two. So we've left you on a cliffhanger that you didn't know was happening, but here we
Right.
are, part two. If you need a refresher, go back to the 24th of February.
Correct. Yes. Katie, hello from the future.
Yes, exactly. Hello from the future. You, as always, look fabulous and look fabulous on
Gosh,
March
thank
10th as
you.
well.
Oh my gosh, thank you. I did almost jokingly suggest that we change clothes, but
We totally should have. I
we
didn't
totally
even
should
think.
have. But
It's okay.
oh
Oh boy. All right. Well, it's really great to see you, Karen. And
always.
yeah, let's get into it. Part two.
So, when last we left our heroines, they had just discovered that former Vice President Al Gore is not, in fact, divorced, or he's separated.
He is legally separated as of June 2010, and he is dating someone and has been for quite a while, but for some reason is not legally divorced to from Tipper Gore. Maybe it's financial, I'm sure. Who knows?
Oh my gosh. I really, I also would not be surprised if there's some blood oath that these people signed that like they will never divorce. Like, what president is divorced?
Let's get into that. Okay, hold on. Are there presidents that are divorced? There have to be, right? Well, I mean,
Who?
okay,
I think it
so
was even scandalous that Jackie O remarried. Like, he's dead, you guys. It's okay. She's allowed to have a life.
oh my gosh, to Aristotle Onassis? Like, which by the way, he was apparently like super hot back in the day.
Oh.
I don't know. I mean, I just heard that on a preview for the new Angelina Jolie movie about his ex-wife that he cheated on with Jackie Onassis with. Yeah, you
Oh.
know what I'm talking about? This is like what is her name? Marie Kala, is that right? It's
Oh, the opera singer?
the opera singer. They were
Oh, I
married.
didn't know that. I didn't know
Yeah.
any of that.
Mm. Well, according to a 3-minute preview that I saw. So please believe everything I have to say. Everyone
It's
can fact
okay.
check me for sure. But
Please
yeah,
do.
I mean, that's so interesting that it was scandalous for Jackie to do anything. That's ridiculous. But you're right.
I mean, that's my perception. But like, okay, if Hillary didn't leave Bill, there is some kind of blood oath that these people are not allowed to divorce because, oh my God, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah to that. Yes to that. Also, like, if anyone divorced, it was not in your and my lifetime. That's for sure. I mean,
No.
Carter just died. They were married until, well, Rosalind is,
No, no, she is no longer with us.
okay, Rosalind is no longer with us. But he never remarried. And then the Bushes all have stayed together. And then the Clintons. And then,
Well,
oh gosh.
mm, we're not
Hmm.
going to go there because
Okay.
Reagan's man.
What we're saying, friends, that you don't know we're saying is that if you're not aware, there have been rumors that Barack and Michelle Obama are on the outs. But according to their Instagram, they are loving each other a lot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. And then the next thing you know, she disappears from his Instagram and he disappears from hers. I'm just saying.
But if there's a blood oath, then
Then yeah, nope.
oof,
Then that never happens, and Jennifer Aniston's just in the wings.
exactly. Because okay, so if you're not up on it, there are talks about Jennifer Aniston or Barack having an affair with Jennifer Aniston, which seems totally bizarre, but also I gotta say, on our way home from London, Karen, this has taken off because it is front page of like I would, well, maybe not completely taken off, but I would say three out of the seven, like gossip mags has really bad Getty images of Jennifer Aniston that are not next to Barack at all. Like there's no, I don't even know if they have a photo of them together, or at least I haven't seen a photo, but like I think these magazines are just they're just having a field day with the
Oh
new
yeah,
Jennifer Aniston scandal, which poor girl, honestly. Oh my God.
man. Okay, you know what's so funny
Hmm.
is that Our actual topic, our alleged topic for today about energy,
Yes, energy.
that I have a coworker who covered, this is so long ago. I'm embarrassed to say how long ago this was. There was a movie that Jennifer Aniston is in that was filmed in Chicago.
The breakup
Oh, was it The Breakup?
with Vince Vaughn.
Yes.
It was immediately after she broke up with Brad Pitt. It might have been another one too, but yeah.
Oh, you know what? No, it's got to be that one. It's got to be that one.
Okay.
And my coworker got to go to cover the red carpet at the Chicago
Oh,
Theater.
that's cool.
And she said that Jennifer Aniston is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous in person. And also had a stylist just off to the side of every photo, constantly prepping her dress and fluffing her hair and retouching her.
Oh.
Which, I mean, you're going to look good if you have this human whose only job is to make sure you look good. But she was like, yeah, she just came back and she was like, oh my God, in person, she was so beautiful. And the dress she was wearing was like the perfect amount of flowy and sparkly and
Oh,
whatever. And yeah, so Jennifer
energy.
Aniston's got it. Yep, there you go.
She has the it factor and the energy and everything.
Yeah.
I believe it. I totally believe it. I mean, she's great. Like, I have nothing against Jennifer Aniston. Like, I think a lot of people do, but I don't know. Do you like Jennifer Aniston?
I don't, uh, I feel neither good nor bad.
I guess
Just
that's this.
like, I'm just like, okay.
It's like, okay, I don't wish her ill. Like, I'm just like, like, live
I
your
mean,
life.
also back up off Barack, but like, other
Yeah.
than that, yeah,
Okay,
no.
if you're actually having an affair with Barack, I mean, that's also takes two to tango, but still, like,
Okay, right. Okay,
please
fine.
don't. Like, Michelle is like, okay, yeah. Also, back to the it factor and energy, Michelle and Barack. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, totally.
you have seen both of them live, right?
I have question mark. I've definitely yeah, yes. I was like at the DNC. Yes, that's right. They had an awkward, very awkward hug on stage.
I
Yes,
know.
we saw her speak and then we saw him speak and oh, yeah. No, I mean to captivate an arena like that, just speaking, like not performing, you're like just talking. Yeah, no, that is some energy right there.
Would you say that hers was better energy than his?
Well, I'm a lesbian. So, I mean, I'm just naturally predisposed to be like, oh my God, Michelle Obama is amazing.
I
Barack's okay.
I'm not a lesbian and I still feel that way. Like I seriously think I would pay so much more money to see Michelle than I ever would see. I mean, I would love to see Barack, of course, but like I am not attracted to Barack. I don't even know if I'm attracted to Michelle, but I'm attracted to her energy. Her energy is just like, yeah.
I would also say, I mean, of course, Barack Obama is an amazing speaker. And like, I'm no, all
Yeah.
jokes aside, he's amazing too. And I will say the other thing about seeing Michelle at the DNC is that it was such a departure from the way we've normally seen her. She
Oh.
had braid, like usually
Oh,
she's got, you know
yes.
what I mean? Like processed hair, whatever. Like her outfit was gorgeous. She was in a pantsuit, right? Like she had natural hair. She had her hair in braids. And I mean, she just went in a way that she
Yes.
didn't before. So I feel like that was also just this like joyous, like, oh my God.
I love that so much. It's like she's embraced that side of her and it's like in such a beautiful beautiful way to like just be herself, which is awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also like even with her words also like she's come out swinging quite a bit, which I love.
Mhm.
And I guess she couldn't before say those things, but or she didn't think she could. But okay, so energy. Have you ever heard the term or like the phrase that like energy enters the room before you do? Like
Ooh.
I've heard this and I can't remember it's not my quote, but it's someone and that I've heard before and I actually agree. Like I mean, I just believe in the power of energy in every way and I do like I don't know how to explain it. Like it's like if you've been in a room where someone just lights up the room, it's like that energy, I don't know if it was actually physically there before the person entered the room, but once they do, it's like a beautiful shining light. And it's like you want to be near it. It's magnetic. And it's like I think there's something gorgeous in that. And then the same goes for someone who is a black hole of energy and like you feel like you need to just lie down for a while to like try to replenish, which I've been in both situations. multiple times.
Yep. No, same. That is such a good description though of that. Like, yes, those kinds of people. And like, I think the question during the last episode was like, if you don't have it, can you get it? And I think energy is something that you can acquire. Like that kind of like energy is something you can acquire.
Absolutely. I totally think. I don't think it's something that you're essentially born with. It's like, but I love what you said in the last episode about like when you notice someone who has is just glowing, like if they're currently pregnant or if they just got out of a relationship that wasn't good for them, like I mean, it's just true. Like, I know that for me, like, back to diet stuff, like, if I don't eat refined sugar for like a month, I have had comments, Karen, about like my skin. Like, I am like glowing from the inside. And like, I will never forget like this one instance where I went to this bar to meet a friend in Sausalito back when I lived in the Bay. And I walked up to her and she's like, whoa. She's like, you look really great. And I was like, oh, thanks. And it was like, I wasn't doing anything, but she's like, are you doing something? And I was like, oh, I'm like, I'm not eating sugar. And she was like, that. And you know what, Karen? Damn it. She was totally right. It's just true. It's just facts. But I had removed that toxicity from my life. And maybe that's the theme is like, you get the energy when you remove
Oh,
shit from your life that you shouldn't,
oh,
mm,
boom. That's a mic drop right there.
I'm still eating sugar.
I mean, I was rolling my eyes so hard during that because, oh yeah, when I cut, I also during the pandemic, I mean, I cut a lot of shit. Is back now, but I also it was sugar and it was one other thing I cut. I mean, like multiple people said to me over a span of several months how good my skin looked. And I was
Wow.
like, what are you talking about?
Right. Totally. Totally.
I don't, and I kept trying to think like, I look the same to me, but
Yeah.
no, it is true. No sugar, no crap in your diet. You glow.
You glow.
It
That's it.
sucks.
It sucks. It really does. It's the worst. Like, oh, but I also feel better too, you know?
No, I mean, listen, I guess if you could glow from eating Cheetos, like,
If I could
we
glow
all
from
would.
eating all of the croissants, like
Oh,
every
croissants.
croissant, oh my gosh, I just can't. I mean, yeah, bread is my weakness. You know what? I'm not even going to say that. That is really self-limiting chatter, Katie. I'm talking to myself. I'm not going to say bread is my weakness. I like bread, period. It's okay. My energy's still fine. I'm like getting mad at myself.
Oh God.
Tangent. Okay, energy. So, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I just feel like there's a lot to say about energy. I actually, when I was in North Carolina visiting my in-laws over the holidays, I went to this art it was like an art gallery and
Oh.
there was a beautiful sign and I should have bought it or I should just paint my own, but it was like um take responsible it was like something that you would put in the front of your house. It was like take responsibility for for the energy that you bring to this space.
Yes.
And it's like that I actually want in the front of my house because people need to check themselves.
I mean, that is like a series, also a series of episodes and a whole sermon. It is
Yes.
amazing to me how unself-aware we become about our own energy and what we're putting out there and go into a situation with shitty energy and wonder why people are being shitty back to us. Like, well, okay. Yeah, your shitty energy arrived in the room before you did and no one's
Yes.
having it.
Yes. Yes. Yeah,
No one's
that's a
having
mic
it.
drop.
No one's having
No one is having it. If you're
it. Mm-mm.
wondering while people are being not super kind, I'm not saying that like their unkindness is your fault, but just look inside for a minute and see how you are showing up.
Yeah, no, man. Yeah, I mean, I think it also like raises this idea that like energy isn't just about attractiveness. I mean, that's kind of also what we're saying.
Oh
I feel like
yeah.
everyone we've described has been attractive, of course, like I mean, including former Vice President of the United States, Albert Gore.
Albert Gore, if you don't know what we're talking about, go back to our other episode and you will find out some very enlightening things about
Oh my
me apparently
gosh.
having the hots for 76-year-old Al Gore.
Okay, Katie, I can't.
I
Every
can't
time you
either.
say it, I feel like
Also, it's like weirdly on brand for our like quirky podcast, Karen.
yeah,
It's like
it
kind of
is.
is.
This is what takes us viral. This is
Yes,
the thing.
this is the thing. Whew. Okay, so not all about attractiveness.
Yes, that like someone that you can be attracted to someone's energy in a way that's inexplicable and just be like, you are not conventionally attractive. Or
Yes.
don't, you know what I mean? Like, or don't like align to what you might usually be attracted to, i.e., a 76-year-old man.
Yes.
But like, yeah, that like energy goes a long way.
It really does. And it's like it's interesting that you say it like that in terms of like I would not normally be attracted to you because I actually have people in my life who are in real relationships, not the imaginary one that I'm in with Al Gore, but like real relationships that actually they're in them with people that are not like their type at all. Not that
Yeah.
type is always a thing, but like the person that the type of person that they're usually attracted to. And it's like I think a lot of it has to do with like, it's not the on paper resume of what someone is. Like energy is like you said, it's like inexplicable. It's like you can't exactly explain why you feel some way or like why something's happening. It's like yeah, it's all about energy.
Yeah. And the it.
The it.
And I it just this reminded me, I have the Pattern app back on my phone. I'm back on my bullshit with the Pattern app. If you're not familiar with it, it's an astrology app.
Oh, I don't think I remember this.
Oh, not sponsored. It is the word that most people use to describe this app is scarily, as
Oh.
in scarily accurate.
Pattern.
Oh, no, Pattern will read you for filth every single day. And you're like, great. Thanks for bringing up my weird mom shit. Thanks, Pattern. I mean, it's just like scarily accurate, but they just have this. They have all of these new like kind of, I don't even know how to describe it, but like new things that they're looking at in your chart. I'll say
Oh,
it, like
interesting.
nodes and how they shift and all of these things. And one of them is past life, that like this idea that like you might like an immediate attraction to someone you cannot explain could be that you knew each other in a past life or had a whatever in a past life.
Oh my gosh. This is so amazing. Okay, wait. So what is it? Is it telling you things like in your pattern like astrology readings? Is it saying, "Karen, in a past life you did this," or is it like it's kind of a little bit more vague and like kind of like up to interpretation? Vague. Vague? What?
Um,
Vague is not a word. Vague? What? Why can't I say that word?
oh, well, if you lived in Wisconsin, it would be. Anyway.
It would be vague.
Well, I guess they say bagel.
They do say bagel.
Yeah,
I
and big.
also big. Okay. Sorry, I totally went on a weird accent tangent. Let's continue.
Um, so that is an excellent question that I cannot answer because I won't pay for Pattern. And it's
Ah.
like we'll give you these. It's got to be the founder doing these like really beautiful, soothing ASMR messages. And then she always ends it with, in the following audio, we're going to describe this, and your cheap ass ain't going to pay for it, so you'll never know. Like, it's like
Oh,
locked. Yeah. Like, so I don't know.
that's so sad. You
Yeah.
can't find out about past lives until you pony up. That's such a bunch of bullshit.
How much
Like
is it
that,
worth to you?
how much is it worth to you to figure out who you were attracted to in the 17th century? Like this is
What you and Al Gore had back in the day.
yes. His past life and my past life intersected in medieval times. Yeah. I
You'll never
mean,
know.
you never know unless you pay. But like that's I'm so looking this up. I am downloading this shit immediately. Pattern. That's amazing.
Oh my gosh. Hashtag not sponsored. I've gotten so many people on it. We can connect to each other. You can run a bond with your friends, and it tells you like all of these different like frameworks for like what your friendship means and how compatible you are as friends. It's addictive.
Oh,
It really
whoa.
is.
Wow, that's actually really cool.
It's very cool. And if you put in your birthplace, your birthday, your birthplace, and the time, It gives you a really, really, really comprehensive chart.
Wow. Because
Natal
it's like,
chart, I guess they call it.
right, the natal chart of like what house you're in, or moon, or rising sun, or rising moon.
Totally.
I don't know any of those things. I just know that I'm a Gemini, but yeah, I mean, I do know those things. That's not true. I have had people read my chart and then I like immediately forget it, as if I was like
Right.
at a party and someone told me their name and I just like, it's like fuzz on the television. Like, I just don't remember. Like, I need to write this stuff down in my notes app.
No.
It's hard to remember. I don't know. But I love this so much. I love the past lives thing. I mean, you know what would be so cool, Karen, is if we got someone on to talk about past lives, or even like our past lives, but like that would go back really far, like 1,000 years.
Well, wait, wasn't somebody joking with us that we must have known each other in a past? Like, we just have way too many connections in terms of place, like Homewood and Sheffield, that
That's way
like
too weird.
it's way too weird. It's way too
It
weird.
it really feels like the planets have aligned for us to be friends, because and as good of friends as we are, because it's like,
Right?
because otherwise, like, I mean, I might have met you, we never would have known like that all of those, synchronicities were
Totally.
like present. I mean, Karen, I love the idea of us like gallivanting around the world in past lives, doing like the 12th century version of a podcast. Like this.
I can't.
We had so much fun together, Karen.
Oh my God. I, I hope we were accused of being witches. That's
I
really my only goal.
I also hope that, but we also escaped being burned at the stake.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Well, oh God. It's so funny.
That went dark, but yeah.
Well, I'm just thinking of this matriarchal society that we were like podcasters in.
Oh, and also ruled.
Yeah,
Yes.
right. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. Casually. Yes. And cured
Yeah.
all diseases. And
Yes, with
we're
plants.
with plants. Yes. And just everyone was free and happy and participated in artistic endeavors all the time.
Correct.
Yes.
And had gay besties named Taylor.
Everyone had their own gay bestie named Taylor. Yes. Okay, friends. Well, this has been fun. Part two concludes our two-part series of
Yeah.
the Al Gore Chronicles, but you never know. We might pop up at another time. Maybe someday Al Gore himself would come on. Actually, you know what? I don't want him to come on because it kind of busts the fantasy. I don't want to know any real facts about him anymore. I need him to live in my fantasy and also in the past life where he and I may or may not have been an item.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct. I feel like that's totally fair. That's
Totally.
totally fair.
Totally. Okay. Well, all right. Well, this has been really fun, and we'll see everybody next week.